Mm. Am I live? Is this? Oh, I think it is. Did it go live? Can someone tell me in the chat? I see Bruce the Moose. It says 3 waiting, but it also says now playing, so I'm a little bit unsure of what's going on here. Oh! Bruce, please tell me, is this recording? Can you hear me? Is my mic going? What's going on? Hmm. I don't know if this is working. Oh, I am. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm, like, very confused with how this starts. Okay, so, hi guys, Hellville here. I just wanted to give you a little bit of, like, background on me involving the Laura Owens of it all. So I, found out about this, crazy case, this crazy lady, from watching Dave Neal. I used to watch The Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, all of the above. And then it kind of got pretty boring, but I did watch Clayton's season while it was actually airing. Um, anyway, Dave Neal started reporting on Laura Owens, um, basically claiming that Clayton got her pregnant with twins and then was being a deadbeat. But he says that never happened because they basically just had like oral arguments. So this is just a super quick synopsis of the situation. So I was following every single update pretty rapidly. And then I was watching the trials because there was a evidentiary hearing and then there was the June 10th hearing I actually attended in person. I met Bruce and Lauren and I think I probably met Rob. And I met a bunch of other people too. I will say, especially in person, this community is like got truly amazing people in it that all just want justice and myself included. I am an extremely justice oriented person and very spicy. I have opinions. Um, and yeah, so in any event, if you're not interested in this case on this channel, um, I will also be reading Reddit stories because they are crazy, and I read them, and I'm just like, what on earth? So if I think they're interesting, then I assume more people do as well. So I will be giving my take on some of those, and I'll occasionally talk about health stuff as well. I have a couple of odd chronic conditions, I guess you could say. So, so, uh, they are kind of rarely talked about. So I will, occasionally be, delving into that as well. So for this particular stream, I, was planning to talk about the, Owens family. That they are basically a crime family. They're just all all criminals. They're just, like, constantly perjuring themselves. They lie about everything. It's like that Meghan Trainor song. I know you're lying, 'cause your lips are moving. Tell me, do you think I'm dumb? Yeah, so, like, they think everyone's dumb. They think everyone's dumb. They also seem to be entitled. Yes, thank you, Llama. I did do it. Oh my gosh, stressful. Um, they also seem to be, very entitled to, people's belief. Like, they seem to kind of all Laura especially, but with Jan and by proxy Ron, because she talks for him, um, they seem to be entitled to people's belief in whatever they're saying. I feel like most of, Laura's messages to her victims were very, um, "You have to believe me. You have to believe me, you have to believe me, but you have to believe me." And, like, dude, you're not entitled to people's belief. Like, you have to prove that there's a reason to believe you. So, um, it just really creamed my corn. Um, Hi, Jupiter Janes, which I think your name is Sarah. So, hi, Sarah. Um, so yeah, this case is well and truly insane. Um, she Whenever she's rejected by a man, she lashes out, claims pregnancy, which is obviously she's I don't think this woman has ever been pregnant. If you listen to all the things she says, during her pregnancies and stuff, it ah, she is Hey, Jen. Hi, Ida. She just, like, doesn't understand how the female body works despite owning one. I don't understand. I don't get it. Because even someone who has never been pregnant and will never be pregnant, um, cue previous mention of health stuff. I, like, still know significantly more about the human body, the female body, and, like, how to get pregnant and stuff and how pregnancy works. I don't even like kids. I still know how pregnancy works. Like, what does this woman think? Well, obviously, she thinks we're all dumb. She makes up these, like, insane, insane lies. Um, it doesn't even make any sense. Um, so in any event, the recent, bankruptcy, Jan basically said in maybe it was the previous bankruptcy, that the reason that they're filing for bankruptcy is because of Laura, and Clayton's case with her, and basically, like, the whole legal fees and everything has, like, bankrupted them. Um, yeah, exactly, Llama. It does not take a rocket scientist. It does not take, an OB/GYN, either. Um, Even if you hire Dr. Mitchell, who is, like, the foremost, OB in the country, clearly, because, men, they dribble before they shoot and sometimes after too. So anyway, I also don't understand that guy. Like, ugh. Will anyone ever hire him as an expert again after this case? Because he's retired, right? So, I don't know. It's very strange to me. Um, but their most recent, bankruptcy filing, after having their Chapter 13 dismissed, due to not submitting the appropriate paperwork, in the Chapter 11 that they recently filed, they decided that they were they were going to, file, like, 5 minutes before the end of the day, for the courts before a holiday weekend, and that Tuesday, their house was set to auction, so basically the very night before, they filed Chapter 11 to try to avoid an auction of their home. It didn't work. It didn't work, uh, because we have a wonderful, beautiful, fabulous, definitely hailing from the East Coast, uh yeah, Llama, exactly. That guy was not a good look as an expert. Not a good look. Um, yeah, gave us a lot of really good clips for sure. But we have a Queen Jennifer who works for the DOJ as part of, I guess she's representing the US trustee situation. I'm not an expert in bankruptcy in any way, shape, or form, despite having a business degree. I have no idea. I have no idea. The most that I know about bankruptcy is everything that I learned from Big Tiff Dog. But basically, the beautiful, wonderful shark, bulldog, whatever you wanna call her, of a lady, Queen Jennifer, came in and put them to the fire, which, as you can probably tell, I love fire. So they promptly, after the discovery within the system of the of the GoFundMe, they promptly, filed to dismiss their claim. I thought I saw somewhere that they might have, like, filed to remove the dismissal. I don't even know anymore. Is there still a hearing on the first if they filed for dismissal? That's a big question mark. I don't know, because they were supposed to have a hearing on the first, basically as a follow-up to their recent hearing. I think the judge was also, oh my gosh, I am an Aries, thank you for noticing. In fact, I am an Aries year of the dragon, so I am the fieriest fire that ever fired. Um, but yeah, so the judge seemed pretty tuned in, much like Queen Jennifer. So the judge was asking all the right questions, as was Queen Jennifer. And it just it just is not going to go the Owens way. I think she even said at some point, like, we all know how this is going to go, but I just can't make this decision today. So, yeah, she, it's not, it's not going to go very well for them. And I love that for all of us. Um, but one thing I definitely wanted to, oh yes, oh yes, exactly, Jupiter Janes. Girl math. I think Laura is a big fan of girl math. Now, judge I can't judge, her girl math because I too am, I too am a fan of girl math, or not really a fan, but I am a victim of overconsumption, frequently using girl math, I guess you could say. So, I'm not gonna judge that exactly, but I am gonna judge audacity. Their audacity is, like, absolutely insane. Um, but yes, girl math. Girl math is fun. Um, but one of the things that I wanted to discuss, since in Couch Court on the True Crime and Wine Time channel with lovely Llama, um, we're discussing they watched the case, the trial, the June 10th trial for the first time, which I attended. I was in the overflow room with Reality Steve and Courtney Robertson and a bunch of people that have been following the case. Apparently Marcus, I think he was in there. I don't remember. But part of that was I can't find the clip. And I'm very annoyed. So I spent a lot of time. I was a little bit late starting because I couldn't figure out how to get it to start. But also I I ugh, uh there I was trying to find this clip that David Gingras put together. Yeah, I think Mary Lenkins might have been there. I don't know, at least a few of her friends were. Um, there was a clip that Gingras put together, trying to prove in the court documents that, um oh my god, yeah, Bruce. Dude, I was, like, in the trunk. I was in Teresa's trunk. I think I was in, yeah. That was fun. It was a good time. Um, but yeah, so in the clip, he was trying to prove that, the wonderful, honorable, Julie Ann Mata, her father was in the overflow room. Now, this has not been actually confirmed. I'm gonna be honest here. Like, everyone says that there's people that said that, but do we know? Were we looking at identifications? Like, how do we know that he was actually there and not just someone, like, saying that her dad was there, just for the pomp and circumstance of it all. So, um, yes, Jupiter Janes, I am down for a JFC party. Um, but so he's putting together this clip, and after the trial, I was in a group of people under the tent, and I was talking to, I think that would draw in a lot of people, Bruce, especially since the Love Trap podcast, um, to have a JFC convention. Though I think we need to rebrand. We need to call it the like Volo JF Volo. That's what we need to rebrand to JF Volo, because really it's not just Clayton. She has a lot of victims, even people that were non-schmexual relationships. So, you know, um, I think, yeah, Jupiter, we're definitely yeah, yeah, JF Volo. um, there are so many victims that she has. There's PS Creative Studios. There's Liz Neptune, who never mentioned anything about this again, which is very unfortunate. There's Hey Rob, obviously. And there's Dave Neal. He was sued by her in the same manner as she sued Hey Rob. It didn't work for her because Dave Neal lived in another state. So, but in any event, I was under the tent and I was talking with Dave Neal and Megan Fox about what happened in there. There were a bunch of people in front of me, so you can't really see me that well. But you can hear me saying that I was sitting next to someone, and he was saying that they would talk about the case and stuff with the judge. And he attributed that to me saying that I was talking about her father. I was not. There was like a legal clerk or a judicial clerk next to me. And he said that they discussed the case between them, not necessarily with the judge. He said that the judge like wouldn't share her thoughts about it actually. So David Gingras making up lies yet again. Now, I understand he recently lost his wife, and that is a terrible, devastating thing. He also, I broke the news from the Reddit, from the Reddit account in True Crime with Wine Time yesterday in the chat with Llama that David Gingras has closed down his law firm, which was a pretty good move, the first good move in this entire case by anyone. So yay for that. I think, honestly, I wish him the life that he deserves. All the best. Um, but it doesn't absolve the things that he did. Regardless of his recent losses, his loss of his legal license, maybe. I'm not even sure if that was lost or not. His loss of his wife, his loss of his law firm, probably eventually the loss of practicing law at all. I think it would behoove him to just take the L and enjoy life. Take whatever money he made from winning the dirty lawsuit and just like relax, go travel the world and, just not worry about this crap anymore. I don't know if they had something on him or what, but he was going hard for this family for no reason whatsoever. I don't get it. I do hope, yes, Bruce, I hope that he finds some peace and does some self-reflection and no longer drives drunk. That is also a very important thing. Yes, Llama, hot off the Hellville press, exactly. So yeah, it's good for him. He has made the first good move. Yeah, I think they do have dirt on him. I do, yeah. I don't know. He's beholden to that whole family, and I don't really get why. But yeah, I think the JFC con, um, let's see, or VoloCon, I should say. Um, Someone said burritos. Oh, yeah. Monster energy drinks, sandwiches with mustard, burritos, Domino's. We need breadsticks. That is very important. Breadsticks and scones. Those are probably the most important items to include in Volocon. But yeah, so in addition to the people that I mentioned earlier, obviously she also has, oh, I almost forgot about Sean, the construction guy, the contractor. So those are her like non-relationship or sexual relationship victims that we know of. I'm sure there are a lot more. Oh, and justice for the entire apartment building that she traumatized in San Francisco. God, this woman. In addition to that, she also has former romantic interests because she can't keep a man. Former romantic interests who she has victimized. Every time they reject her, she claims she's pregnant with twins, and then tortures them within the legal system. So yeah, the list is insane. The list is long. I do think she needs to be. I know we heard. So the plea settlement trial meeting. I don't know what that was considered, but they yes, Lisa. Dave and Bruce saved the day. And also Steve. I don't know Steve, but apparently they needed some I don't know. Steve gave some assistance with the live stream from Lauren. I don't remember if it was audio or visual. And then Bruce had some random cable that he happened to bring that was like the thing that connected all of it. Yeah, I think that cable maybe should be auctioned off. That little cable that saved the whole live stream, maybe. Sorry for my ADD, but in any event, yeah, this whole they, she victimizes these men, drags them through the legal system, drains them emotionally and financially. And honestly, I'm really surprised that she hasn't driven any of them to the grave. I know she came close. There's 4 men, one of whom he doesn't want anything to do with this, so we don't talk about it. And Michael Maricini, I showed up on Llama's live stream for the last hour, so feel free to go back and watch that. They even made a little chapter that says Hellville, so so go check that out. But because it is a 12-hour live stream, so I was dressed in my festival hair, so and I was in a hotel, but now I have my appropriate background going, and probably much better sound quality because I have a microphone. So, Scott, not Steve. Okay, it was an S name. I wasn't that far off. I do have a memory disability. Okay, I don't think I know who Scott is. Maybe I met him. I'm not sure. But yeah, there was like one cable that was missing and someone just happened to have that magic cable. Apparently it was Scott. Oh, it was a USB to HDMI. Oh, that's a big one. I have a few of those. Those can be important, yeah. But yeah, so she really just drags these people, and I really don't understand. No, no problem, Llama. Yeah, it was so lovely to be there and meet you guys. But yeah, so I've been following this case. I've been following every single content creator that has made any content around this case, except maybe a couple. And you know, I just, like I've noticed, I've been watching, I love watching the newer people to this case, the newer content creators, like, watching this stuff and, like, discovering how absolutely wild this whole thing is, how deep it goes. It's just so awesome watching them, as, like, I guess an OG is, uh as an OG follower of the case. Um, so, like, it's interesting seeing what other people, like, pick up and, like, focus on. So even just yesterday watching Buffy and Llama on True Crime and Wine Time, watching them watch that June 10th trial that I was in the overflow room for. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. So, like, there was a point during that trial, if you're not super familiar with it, which I think everyone on this stream is probably familiar with it. There there was a point, in this trial where she was clearly lying, and she literally admitted on the stand to the judge during questioning that she tampered with evidence, um, or she lied about something. Maybe I can't remember what it was like the Mission Viejo or something, the Planned Parenthood thing maybe. Either way, she goes, "It's a minor thing." It was just a minor thing, and the whole room, like, cracks up, and then she starts getting all, like, wobbly voice, "Ah," and she's like, "I can't do this. If JFC is gonna blah, blah, blah," and then the judge gave her a timeout. Oh god, that was so icky. But in any way, I don't think she has emotions. I think she's a sociopath. I cannot. And yes, minor perjury. So everyone in the overflow room started singing the minor perjury song. Just there was like there were throughout the whole thing, because we were in a different room, there were gasps, there was chuckling. If we were in the room, we would have had to be quiet. But and we weren't even at full everyone was still being relatively quiet. Um, what? Everyone was still being pretty quiet. Yes, Llama, thank you. Don't forget to hit uh, the like button, comment, and when this goes, when it's on replay, make sure to hype my video. I will be putting out more content. I've been actually trying to come out with this channel for like a year, but I have serious issues with procrastination. So, so here we are. But I decided that this bankruptcy thing was so egregious, and the the criminal case that she's not even concentrating on, is everything she's doing is so egregious that, like, I had to start talking about it. It's just truly insane. Oh, thank you, Jupiter Janes. Yeah, it it's so oh, thanks, Becca. Yes, Becca has thoughts. I also have thoughts. Hence thoughts of Hellville. So it's just so egregious that I was like, I just like, especially once I showed up on Llama's channel, I was like, okay, that was maybe a little bit of a soft launch. And now I feel like I have to, now's the moment. Let's strike now. So here we are. So many thoughts. Exactly. Here we are. And I just like, I don't understand her. I don't understand her family. I think Jan is probably a sociopath too. Again, I am not I am not in a profession where I can diagnose people. These are just like hunches. There's definitely some narcissism going on there. I don't know if it's imparted by Jan on Laura. But in any event, like they both have some issues. And cluster B, is that what it's called? I don't know. Some sort of mm, some sort of mental issues. But yeah, Becca, exactly. Logic does not exist in this family. And again, they feel entitled to people believing whatever crap they're spitting on any day. And it's egregious, especially in the police report. So I wanted to also just clear up a little bit about the police report, like, from my understanding of why we have it. It seems as though there will be no logic here, exactly, but I'm gonna logic the police report situation. So the only reason that we had access to it at all, um yes, Lisa, narcissistic. There's definitely narcissism in there, but it might go further than narcissism. Like, I think there's some sociopathy or something. They have no sympathy or empathy for anyone else. They just feel like it's okay to torture everyone. Um, but as far as the police report, the only reason we have access to it is literally purely because they filed another 7 charges against her, and basically vacated the previous case that the police report was for, and created a new case that was the combo of the cases. So then that police report became available because that case was defunct. So we probably will never see the police report for the additional 7 charges, unfortunately. And I would have really liked to see what Greg had to say. Greg Gillespie had to say to the police about this whole thing. So I'm like disappointed that we probably won't ever get that, but I really, really hope that eventually Greg does speak on it. When I was at the trial, or not at the trial, but after the trial, there may or may not have been a JFC convention at a particular pool party situation. And I met, um, yes, Lisa, exactly. The police report, Jan was talking about how the Hoboken, schmexual assault situation was all related to P. Diddy and the Gilgo Beach murders, which, I'm in New York. That it's a local case to me, the Gilgo Beach stuff, and it's just it's so ridiculous. Also, it happened in New Jersey. Why it doesn't have any is she a lady of the night? What didn't he end Ladies of the Night? Is Jan saying that she went over there as a lady of the night and it was the Gilgo thing? I have no idea. This whole thing is insane. What do they want us to believe? It just doesn't even make any again, logic does not exist here. Um oh my gosh, yeah. Jupiter, exactly. Watching Bruce sit down with Jan Black and Laura Owens and try to gain any logic. Oh, oh, that would be very interesting. But yeah, so while I was at said pool party that I mentioned earlier, I did meet Clayton, Greg, Michael, and also Danielle, Michael's wife, and they are all like really nice people. Like, I had conversations, not just like, "Hi, oh my god, I'm so excited to meet you," but like I had conversations with all of them, and she she has a type. She knows how to pick them. They're really nice people. Like, despite any of the things that any of them said while they were being tortured by this woman, um, they are all like truly kind, good-hearted humans, and it just really sucks when you see that being taken advantage of over and over again, especially with the mic situation when you, like, see all the messages. Ugh, yeah. Um, it just it doesn't it doesn't track. It doesn't track with how she like, when you're being tortured, like, you'll say some really outrageous things, so people are upset with the language that, like, Greg used, for example, and what would you say when you're being tortured if you're in it, right? Like, how do you know what you would say if you've never been tortured? So, yeah, exactly, Lisa. Clayton said that she was normal, um, until she wasn't. And in one of the 5 million emails that she sent to Clayton, um, he did tell her he told her that sober he's not attracted to her, which was like a truly creme de la creme thing to say to this crazy. I thought I heard something weird, sorry. Like he's just not attracted to her. Um, and also it was unprofessional. So it was probably a combination of both of those things. But then yeah, like the fact that she like just kept going even after he said, "I'm not attracted to you." Um, Also, if you're here and you're not familiar with the case, she had oral arguments with Clayton twice. They never had a full cross-examination. I don't know if I will get struck, mited, whatever. Smited, not mited. So I don't know what I can say and what I can't say, but in any event, like, oh my God, like you can't get pregnant that way. We learned that in health class. Maybe health class in New York is far superior to health class in San Francisco. But also any gyno visit in the universe, like, you know that that's not a possibility. If you own a female body, you know it's not a possibility unless you happen to get stabbed or shot or something like that one lady who had stuff in her stomach and got shot and then it ended up in her uterus and that's like the only way that that would ever happen. So, you know, it's not possible. It's just not the way our bodies work. It's just not. Um, she's so outlandish with the crap she says. I just don't even understand. But yeah, so point being, I met all of these people also after the trial. I met like Greg Woodnick and Isabel Rani and I don't think Deandra was there. I would have loved to talk to Deandra, but they are all such nice people. Also, apparently Isabel is the one who wrote most of the stuff. So when I was talking to her and Greg Woodnick, I was like, "Oh my God, I'm totally in love with your brain, Greg." And he's like, "Most of that was written by Isabel." And I was like, "I'm in love with Isabel's brain." Just the whole team. It is truly like a dream, a legal dream team. And I think if he was licensed there, they would probably take Omar on as well, or like is it if you're practicing out of state, maybe you're sponsored, maybe they would sponsor him. I don't know, but Omar and Rachel, I feel like they need to make like a um Arizona, California combo law firm between all of them. Um yeah, Bruce, exactly. You also met all of them and yeah, they've been through a lot with this it's very draining. Even just like small little petty dramas between myself and like friends or former friends, it gives me so much anxiety. Maybe I'm a high anxiety person, but like if that were on a daily basis, I have a heart murmur, which is benign, a benign heart murmur, since I was a baby. And I think if I were if if I were being tortured by someone like Laura, I would probably end up having a heart attack. That murmur would become not benign anymore. I think. She is so horrific to be receiving messages from. Like every time I receive a message from someone that I have drama with or whatever. I don't have drama with that many people, but throughout my life, I'm an elder millennial, so I've been around for a minute, but not as long as others. Um, you know, I get like clammy hands and I think all the blood like leaves some part of my body and ends up either in my head or my stomach or something. I don't know. Like I get like panic attacky every time I receive a message from someone that I'm like, "Oh, I'd rather not receive that message." I actually do have on my Reddit, I posted a story of asking for advice, from the r/travel or r/legal advice. I forget where I posted it, where I cross posted it, but in any event, I was asking for some advice there about a situation with a former friend. So that's the most recent one when I received a message from that I had like beginning stages of panic attack. Also like legal wise, um, I have been involved in a lawsuit before where I sued a former employer. So every time I received you still have to read through paperwork from the other side, whether or not they're, like, guilty of doing the things that, you say they're doing. Um, you have to read whatever they're responding with, in order to then respond to their response. And my case took a whole lot longer, between responses and stuff, so I didn't have to read quite as much as the 500-page motions that have been written by her side of things because nothing can be explained in, like, 10 words or less by this lady. But every time I received anything from them, I, like, started having panic attacks. Like, it's a physical response, um, and I feel like I get a similar, like, on a lesser scale response when I receive a message from someone that I don't, like, appreciate receiving a message from. So, I can't imagine what it would be like to have that going on for that length of time, to be tortured by this lady just because you rejected her. He's just not that into you, and when I say he, I mean all of mankind. I mean all of mankind. Now when we're talking about her, like, legal issues that she's having, um, some of the stuff is alleged, so blanket statement here from me, some of the stuff is alleged. Some of the stuff is self-admitted in court, so therefore has been adjudicated. It just hasn't been criminally adjudicated. So, some of it's not alleged. Some of it was self-admitted already in a court in front of a judge. So, I'm not going to say alleged for everything because some of it is not alleged. It happened from her own mouth. Also in depositions. I think during the trial, which I don't think is gonna happen in, July and August. I think it's gonna be pushed. I think she's setting it up, she's queuing it up for it to be pushed. Also, the previous delays, um, I don't know, like, if the victims, like, I mean, they must know. They probably know a lot more about the case than they definitely know a lot more about the case than we do, but, um, it wasn't delayed by her, it was delayed by the state for adding more charges and creating a new case, basically. So, you know, um, yeah. So, looking at the chat here, yes, Isabel, amazing brain and snarkiness, and I think Greg added some. Woodnick, I think Woodnick added some of his own snarkiness as well once it was, like, written and he just, like, edited it and then sent it. For the emails too, I think that's how it goes. I'm not in their firm, so I'm not entirely sure, but I know Isabel wrote a lot of that stuff. So, love it. I love it. It's like and then Queen Jennifer is coming in with that level of brilliant sass. I think what I loved about Woodnick's sass as well is that it was very, like, under the radar. So, I really appreciated that. It was really good snark that was very under the radar. Yes, Lisa, the hearing was disappointed to watch. I think the state is indeed taking a lot of time. There is a lot of evidence. Like Llama was saying on last night's stream, there is a lot of evidence. What is 3 terabytes? They have to go through all of that. And I'm sure a lot of it is body cam footage and maybe even some of the body cam footage we don't have access to. Like we asked as a community, so I would say mostly probably Schnitzel Ninja, some other people, have asked, to receive the body cam footage from the day of the trial 2 years ago, and they still don't have it, and there's other body cam footage as well that we still don't have. So it's like they probably have access to all of the things we don't have access to in addition. So they probably do have to, like, collect all of that, parse through it, figure out what they wanna use with these charges. It's a lot of work to go through, and maybe they thought by offering the plea deal that they could maybe take a step back and see if she would take it. They obviously don't know her psyche very well. What do you guys think? I think I think there is no way in hellville I think there is no way in hellville that she is going to take a plea, um, and actually follow through with it. Maybe she'll say, like you guys thought about on the stream last night, with True Crime and Wine Time, maybe she'll say, "I wanna take the plea deal," and then last minute be like, "No, actually, I wanna go to trial." I will not admit that I am guilty. I don't think she's capable. I don't think she or Jan are capable of admitting that they are guilty. I actually was, like, shocked on June 10th when she was saying that, at the June 10th trial, that she was saying she was saying that she doctored things and she was lying about things, and it's like, "Girl, why not just admit you're guilty then?" But in any event, I think she doesn't deserve a lesser sentence. She's kept these men in prison, mental prison, financial prison for years. Also time prison. They have had to exert so much energy, so much time, so much money just to try to fight this crazy lady. It is insane, absolutely insane that they have had to do that. Um, but yeah, it's a lot to go through. It's a lot to figure out what you're going to use as exhibits. So I understand that it's taking them a long time to get the discovery to the defense team. And if the defense team has only just received it, then that is a ton of stuff to go through in like 1 month, because that's where we're at now. It's like 1 month before trial. So, uh, the thing is, Llama, um, you expect her to waive the speedy trial. The thing is, it's not, as far as I know, because I think I asked Rob during, was it the after party after the fundraiser? It might have been. I asked Rob about, um, the speedy trial thing, and he said it's not a speedy trial issue, it's an issue related to, in Arizona, if something is designated a complex case, it has to be adjudicated within 180 days. So I think end of August is like 180 days from when the, trial, or when Greg's charges were filed, I guess, when she was indicted on the additional 7 counts. So I don't know if she can push it. She can't really waive speedy trial because I don't think it's in play here because of the complex case management, um, the complex case designation. So I don't know if, I mean, in judicial fairness, maybe if she asks for an extension, because again, nothing has been extended because of her in the criminal trial as yet. So she might have maybe like a, I don't know, in sports, they give like a set amount of timeouts. This is the only time you'll hear me make a sports reference. But they give a set number of timeouts. Maybe she has a set number of, you know, pushing things back, um, due to legal unpreparedness. I don't know. Um, I don't I don't know if maybe they would move the 180 days, maybe gets extended to 270. I have no idea. I have no idea. Um, Yeah, like, maybe they would add an extra 90 days on or something. I know that currently it's very inconvenient for myself and a lot of other people at the time that it currently is. So, like, ugh, I personally would want it to be pushed so that I can attend. Um, but for the victim's sake, I hope it doesn't get pushed. I think it will though. I think it will. I think she has like a right to ask for it to be delayed. I'm not sure how it works with the complex case though. Um, mm, no plans of going to trial in a month. Yeah, I agree. I think she has no plans of going to trial in a month. And yeah, she has a criminal court delay checklist. She probably does. Also, something I was thinking about was I think she and Jan, I think they have like a shared like Google Drive sheet or document or something of you know, claims and wording because they use so much of the same wording. I think they just switch them out in their like legal filings and stuff. Between Jan and Laura, especially, it was really clear when she was like suing her brother, Jan, for more money from the estate that was settled like a million years ago. So she was using so much of the same language. I forget who it is that did like a compare and contrast stream on that, but it was definitely funny to like watch side by side. Um, but I think in the trial, all that's needed to be successful and get these charges turned into official felonies is showing her saying different things to each of the 3 judges about the same thing. 3 different answers for the 3 different judges. I think that and then also visually on the side showing what she said in different affidavits. Um, I think that would make it super clear that she has no regard for vows. Um, so she'll never get married. She has no regard for vows. Um, but yeah. Uh, what's LT? Becca. Pretty firm in that after the latest LT episodes, but even more so after yesterday's hearing. Is LT LawTube? um anyway, yeah, Lisa, I do think it's like a chess game for her, but I think she doesn't understand that her mental capacity is checkers. She's trying to play chess. She's playing checkers. The state is playing chess. The state is playing 4D chess, 3D chess, whatever it is. Wait, regular chess is 3D. So yeah, I guess 4D chess, like when it's on different planes and stuff. The court has so much stuff. Not the court, the prosecution. Um, but yeah, the discovery was provided to the defense team. He had trouble accessing it. How does he have trouble accessing it? Like in the system or like I thought they gave him a drive, like a physical jump drive. I don't know. Um mm, let's see. Low. Sorry, I'm going back through the chat. Um Low was in the newest attorney era, just like she was with previous attorneys. The new attorney era or ear? Oh, I wonder if someone can boost the audio to try to get some hot mic from Laura. That would be fun. That would be a fun watch. I'm not auditorially gifted to do that, but so I'm sure someone is. I would love to hear her whispers and like actually be able to hear what they're saying. So someone work on that. Someone who's maybe Echoes. Echoes is auditorially gifted. He does musicy stuff, so maybe Echoes. You should do that. Um, no one wants a trial in the summer in Arizona. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Also, I'm gonna be at a conference like at the very beginning of August. So she's they're gonna yeah, it's not convenient for me. They need to push it. Um, let's see. No, they do. Yeah, they do. I think they have a shared drive with, like, different claims. Claims, insults, victim stuff. I think they have a shared document for that. Um, yeah. I still don't know who they've designated as the accomplice because I know Jan was obviously involved, but she was using Sarah's images. Though Sarah has said nothing, so I don't know. I would be really curious to see if she's actually as close with Laura as Laura says. I don't know. I wouldn't want this sister situation. I would be like, keep me out of it," just like she has been out of it. But yeah, exactly, Jupiter. There's so much proof. I hope the judge Reuter, something like that, whatever. I hope the case management judge that the other judge was referring to a lot. This is a case management issue, not a settlement issue. Um, I hope he takes it seriously because he said in the last CCMC that, oh, I save Fridays for more, severe cases or crimes, I guess, probably like murders and other, oh, YouTube doesn't like that word, probably deletions of people, and and, um, you know, violence and whatever against people, both schmexual and non. Um, and yes, those cases are extremely important, but so is this one. It it will claim a life eventually. She almost claimed Clayton's, and I think Mike said in an interview or on the stream, I think it was maybe the live stream, that he was, like, in such a low place. He didn't outright say that he was considering, harming himself, but I think that's what he was alluding to, and that just makes me really sad. Like I said, he and Danielle are such nice people, and he has been suffering with this crap for so long at this point. It's been a decade, and he can't own a pew pew. What if she shows up on his property one day? He can't defend himself. I would shoot her. Oh, can't say that either. Hold on. I would pew pew her. If she was on my property. I don't have a pew pew. It's much less common in this state. But he can't protect himself in that way if he wants to. He has a legitimate stalker issue. And he can't protect himself in that way. I hope he has swords or something. I hope he has a taser maybe. I don't know. I hope he has other ways to protect himself if this, like, nut job does show up at some point. Hopefully in a lot of years after she's convicted of things, because I don't think she realizes she's going to be convicted one way or another. She's That's kind of what the judge was telling her in that um conference, wasn't it? It was like, well, either you're going to trial where we all know she will be convicted because you cannot convince a jury that she didn't do these things, especially given her own words in court saying she did these things. Um, can't convince a jury she didn't. So, yeah, what I don't know what her defense could be. She might try to plead insanity, but I don't think she could admit that she's insane, but at the same time, I think Lauren said that's a very, like, high burden of proof. And maybe Omar might have said that at some point as well. That's a really high burden of proof. So I don't know um what their defense could possibly be other than, like, mental health struggles. Also, if she wants to say the word autism anywhere, I want a doctor's confirmation. I want a doctor's face coming online, stating their credentials, showing their certificate, and then saying, I did diagnose this woman with autism. I want proof, not self-diagnosis, and not fake doctor's notes, which she does make quite a lot of. But yeah, I agree, Lisa. Greg and Clayton definitely need to stay on top of the state, and I think the state is taking um their I think the state is taking them seriously. It sounds like Clayton had said that in I think the second to most recent Love Trapped episode, because one was released Thursday and the next one was released Friday. So they were so good. I think Clayton said that they got back to him like right away after he posted about that or wrote the email or something, and basically said, I don't think you understand what this plea deal means. Let me explain it to you. So there's a very good chance that whatever she gets will involve jail time anyway, jail or prison, or possibly she could get probation with none of that. But I can't see a judge saying no prison time at all during sentencing, even with a plea deal, especially because there is no deal on the big one. It sounds like. So I don't know. Yeah, only 2% of cases go to trial, but I think this one's going to, because she can't admit that she did anything wrong, and there is no option to what is it, plead guilty without admitting guilt. I forget the word for that. They gave the defense a drive recently after he was having trouble accessing it with the previous method. Oh, maybe they were trying to use like a file sharing service or VPN or something. It sounds like excuses to me. I don't know. You should be able to receive files. There are so many ways to transmit them. So I don't know. Lisa, I didn't hear the whispers, but I didn't listen to it on my own with that like at a higher volume, because some of the volume is like really low. When I was watching via Llama's stream last night, and whenever there was other talking, it was very loud. So I couldn't put the volume too high up to try to listen to the background noise, but I'm definitely going to do that later. I definitely want to hear the whispers. I want to hear the hot mic. I want to hear all the things. Yeah. Laura's attorney did say that perjury is voluminous. Yeah, well, it is, and she admitted to it in court. Or at least the forgery. She definitely admitted to forgery. I don't know if she admitted to lying, actually. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. I don't know. I don't remember. I have to look it up. Acts of perjury is not usually prosecuted. Yeah, Jupiter, exactly. I think they want to make an example of her for perjury because her perjury was so egregious that another judge literally said she needs she needs to be charged. So yeah, I think they do want to make an example of her, and honestly, I think they should, because people should be taking the vow of honesty. You know, the whatever the I solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God. To be fair, she is a godless woman. I don't think she always brings up faith. I don't think she has any. I don't think I don't think she has any. I think she is a demon, actually. Yeah. Anyway. Echoes calls her a succubus. Yeah. She's sucking a lot of things. She is known for sucking. And succubuses suck. So she's a sucker, that's for sure. You think if she goes to trial, she'll get a minimum of 5 years? Yeah, I think maybe she'll get a minimum of 5 years and then be released after like 1. Like, I think usually they don't serve the full sentence. I'm not super up on all of that, but I think that's how it works. I really hope that there's like a minimum before she could possibly, you know, leave her sentence early. I think there should be like a fairly large minimum, but yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know how the prisons are, but the county jail I've heard is very bad. So maybe jail's better for her. Um, she needs a job though. My God. How old are you? You've never had a job. It's amazing. Hi, Stir Crazy, by the way. Uh, so sorry. I was having issues starting the stream, so it might have been me and not you. I'm not sure. But welcome. Thank you for coming. Yes, Lisa, we definitely need a female judge. The female judges have been like no nonsense. And we need someone who understands the female reproductive system. And if we get a male judge, I don't know that will happen. But the female judges have been, pretty good as far as making sure that they understand as far as understanding the female body and how it works and making good decisions, unlike a shitty decision made by duty. The dutiest decision ever. Oh my God, I hate her. Yes, an Alfred plea, exactly, Bruce. I don't think she even considers proof. She's incapable of believing she's guilty, just like Sarah Boone. I don't know anything about Sarah Boone. I only know what people have said during their coverage of this situation, that she tried to get new attorney after new attorney after new attorney to delay the trial as much as possible. And then eventually the judge ruled, okay, well, this attorney can leave, but you can't have another one. So you're going to have to represent yourself. And that didn't work out so well for her. That is my understanding. I also don't know what crimes she committed, so I cannot really comment on that. But yeah, I think Laura might attempt that move. I don't think it's going to go very well. It might go well once. She might have like I said with the timeouts earlier, she might have like one chance to have a new. The only thing that she has delayed on her end so far has been the plea agreement, not the actual trial. So she might have one in the pocket. I don't know how it works. Yeah, Sir Crazy. She's the devil. Well, coming from Hellville, I think she's a demon. Either way, she's a godless woman. I just always think of that line from The Help. You're a godless woman. Accurate. Hey, Sheebs. Welcome. Yes, I also really hope jail prison time happens. I do think she needs to be taken out of her environment. Also, this way, her parents don't have to pay for her. She'll get 3 squares and a cot, right? Is that what they call it? Not that she'll eat any of it. I couldn't really see, and I haven't had a chance to zoom in, but it looked like she looked a little bit healthier. I didn't see her standing or anything. Does anyone think she's actually been eating food? Possibly. That would be good. I don't want her to waste away like that. That's not the way to go. But did she look a little bit healthier to anyone else? Again, I haven't gotten a chance to zoom in yet, but she looked a little bit less angular. It could have just been a crappy camera though, so who knows. Female judges. Oh yeah, Becca, exactly. She does not know what the words love or faith mean exactly. Yeah, I think her parents are also devoid of souls. So, I don't think it goes so well for her. These are my opinions. I'm allowed to have them. I'm allowed to talk about them. I'm not talking to Laura. I'm talking about Laura. If Laura is here, there's really good anti-slap laws in New York. So also, revenge-wise, I am a litigious person. So good luck. I'll win. Yeah, Jesus probably would really dislike her. Yeah, I think so. I think so, Jupiter. Jesus would not appreciate her. And apparently she and her family were Jewish. I don't know if it was on Jan's side or if it was just on Ron's side, but when the cockroach thing came out, When the came out, I was like, "Ooh, I don't know if Jews claim you. I don't know about that. I don't know about that." But yeah, I don't think she believes in any God. I don't think she believes in anything other than she believes everyone needs to believe her. I think that's her belief system. And that's it, really. Um, Sarah Boone ended her boyfriend by trapping him in a suitcase. Why did he go in the suitcase? She didn't plead guilty, and there's video proof? How dumb are you? Kind of like video proof of Laura saying different, and that's why I said earlier, you need to put like side by side by like a triptych of her saying different things to each of the 3 judges at the same time. That is it's dead to rights. Dead to rights. Her writings to the judge are amazing. Okay. I mean, I believe she is a piece from what everyone has said. I'm sure she is a piece of, I mean, ending someone is, you have to be a piece of work for that unless it's self-defense. So I believe that. Queen Jennifer's Rachel Juarez. I assume you mean Rachel Juarez. She's also a queen. Yes. She was ready. I would have loved to have seen that cross examination. That would have been pretty epic. Oh my God. Because I think she was going to do the cross. I think that's what Omar said. I'm very sad I missed Omar on the stream. I think I got back to the hotel, put the stream on, and was waiting for a link. And like while I was watching, I think just a little bit before I came on, Omar left. But I definitely would have liked to see that tie being auctioned. That is pretty epic. So, oh, 3 hots and a cot. Yes, that's what it is. Rachel against Gigi. Yeah. David Gingras, DG. Yeah. That was best. And yes, Stir Crazy. I agree. No computer access. I think Clayton was really smart in his letter in saying that he thinks part of her punishment needs to be similar to, you know, PDF files, that they need to revoke her access to the internet. I agree. She uses the internet to torture people. She should also be banned from using AI, Chat GPT. She should not have access to stuff like that. She shouldn't have access to a lot of things, you know, but she does. She's entitled. She shouldn't have access to horses. I think that would be a big, nice punishment. I think all her horses being forcibly sold would be wise. You know, I think Clayton should own the horses and sell the horses. Not to glue factories, please, but you know, I think their property should be given to him, especially because there's so much, I think Big Tiff called it financial incest. I think a case could be made that the Owens family owes him money as opposed to just Laura, even though just Laura committed the crimes. They pay for her life and her legal her legal crap, her legal duty. So, yeah. Yeah, Stir Crazy, thank you. Yes, she looked a little bit healthier. Her hair looked better. Yeah. Maybe she got it done with what money, I do not know. People think it might be maybe it's a whole ass wig, a non-frizzy wig as opposed to extensions, because if it was just extensions, her hair would still be frizzy and icky, because her hair would still, you know, be showing. I don't know. The Barry's pic posted recently was concerning. Was that the one that was in that the blog post on Medium where she was blaming the internet for her anorexia? Because yeah, that was concerning. And what is also concerning is that Barry's is allowing someone who is clearly severely malnourished to work out. in their facilities, because honestly, like they would have a lot of liability if something happens to her. When you're that like malnourished, your bones can snap. You can faint at the wrong time. You can have like a like dumbbell. I don't know how berries works, but you could have something like fall on top of you after you like there are so many things that could be really dangerous in a place of workout. And unwise. I can't believe they allow her in at all. I don't get it. Do you think she like threatened them with legal action if they didn't let her in? Um, it would be crazy if she was actually pregnant. I think. Um, Laura, I'm talking to you now. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now I'm talking to everyone else and not you. I think that she's infertile. I don't think she's capable of producing a baby, period, at all. Not like it would be hard for her. Like I think she's full on infertile, personally. Especially with the eating disorder stuff. Dude, like when you are not menstruating, I believe unless your menstruation is about to start again, you are not you can't ovulate. I don't think it works that way. Uh I could be wrong. I've never tracked fertility or anything like that for myself. I do not want kids and I can't do that anyway. But I don't when you're severely malnourished like that, your body does stop menstruating. And when your body stops menstruating, I think you can't really ovulate or it's much harder to ovulate. I maybe she doesn't even have eggs. Maybe she had a hysterectomy. Who knows? Maybe it was more than an oophorectomy. No, she didn't because one of the actual verifiable medical records showed she had 2 ovaries and uterus. So never mind. No hysterectomy, but I do think something is amiss there. Maybe she doesn't have eggs. I don't know. There's something, I don't think she can have babies, period, at all. So I feel like Streamyard shows emojis really weird, and I don't know what that is. Stir crazy? Is that clapping hands maybe? I'm not sure. The irony of David Gingras calling people cockroaches and then Ron Owens or whoever runs his account complaining about Clayton saying it. Yes, the hypocrisy is deep with these people. Yes. They are right and everyone else is wrong at all times. Period. Forever. That's how they roll. Did Sarah Boone jug him? I don't know about Sarah Boone. I can't say. Oh, they were both high and she said they were playing a game. I have no idea. They were drunk and playing hide and seek. Oh God. So they were playing hide and seek and he went into a suitcase to hide and then she zipped him in and he croaked. Like, I don't know. I would have to look into it. Loaded playing hide and seek. She filled it herself. She filled it or filmed it? She filmed it, it sounds like. Stupid. Criminals who get caught are dumb. Oh, she dared him to get it. But if you're playing hide and seek, wouldn't it behoove you to hide somewhere that the other party doesn't know about? Isn't that how it works? I don't know. I haven't played hide and seek in a while. Yeah, Sheebs, multiple terabytes of digital evidence. Yeah, that should be enough to take away internet rights. But also all of the emails and text messages. She should not have access to electronics like at all, honestly. The only access to electronics she should have is like the sign-in sheet at Barry's boot camp, which is probably like an iPad or something. So, you would die if she was pregnant right now. Well, I hope you wouldn't, but I don't think she can be. Like I said, I think she's infertile, Jupiter. You know you're a regular for Walmart pickup when they have it to your car before you've checked. Mazel tov. It's so nice. They know you. I wish Amazon knew me and treated me special because I've probably spent a bajillion dollars. I have a shopping problem, guys. I will also not judge Laura for her mess in the raid because I'm a messy person. So I'm not judging that. But I do judge all the other stuff, all the moral stuff. I judge. I don't think she has morals. I don't think she has morals. Yeah, Lisa, the berry pick was so gross. Oh, it's a new one? Oh, I haven't seen that. Oh, there's a new berries pick? I'm gonna have to look for that. Yeah, Berrywood by Hello in a Heartbeat. That's why she goes. Waiting to have a slip and fall. Oh, you think she's gonna sue Berries when she but what if it ends her? That's the issue. Like in a place of working out, a lot of times there are weights involved and treadmills and ellipticals and whatever. Like some of that stuff, especially if your bones are weak from being malnourished and you know your everything is weak from being malnourished, like if it falls on you or you fall under it or whatever, like it could end you or severely injure. So like I wouldn't, if I were Barry's, I would not want that liability unless she threatened them with like a lawsuit or something. But then as long, maybe they make her sign a liability dismissal, basically saying that they advised her not to work out there at her weight. And she is like kind of like when you leave a hospital against medical advice. So it's like AMA, like maybe it's like a workout MA, like working out against staff advice. I don't know. Maybe there's something like that. The irony of Dr. Medchill being the expert because of delivering 9,000 babies when there were no babies delivered. Oh, Bruce, no. He delivered like 25,000 babies, not 9,000. Come on. Were you paying attention? It was like way, way, way more than 9,000. Where she kicked the suitcase down the stairs with him inside. Oh my God. So what? He broke like every bone in his body and like, or he banged his head and broke his neck or something? Like, yeesh, ick. What a nutty group of people. Okay, well, no thanks, MK. Welcome. I do see your emojis. They're hearts and fires, which I appreciate. She could have a heart attack. Yeah, Jupiter, exactly. She could have a heart attack. There are so many things that could happen when you work out at that weight. Like, oh, he suffocated. Ooh. She left him after she pushed him down the stairs, she left him there and he suffocated. Also, how do you suffocate in a suitcase? Maybe it was a hard suitcase. There just wasn't enough oxygen that was passing through the zipper or something. I don't know. That's crazy. Oh, you DM'd me the berry pick. Okay, let me look. I don't know how to share things yet. This is my first stream, so everyone needs to bear with me, but I am going to check the berry pick. Oh, that's from recent. That's from this week. She doesn't look healthier. She should also never wear shorts. Oh. Her face looks fuller, though. She's been getting more Botox at Inova Med Spa, huh? Oh, no. 2,200. Jeez. Yeah, I think, okay, so this is posted by Justice for Clayton official on Instagram. I don't think I did anything offensive, but somehow I was blocked. If anyone knows the person running that account, can you ask them to just unblock me? I'm not going to do anything offensive. I just really like watching their content, honestly. It's a little bit upsetting. I might be a hellish person when someone is a piece of crap, but I think otherwise they don't really cause much drama. So I would definitely really like to be unblocked. I did send them a message asking why I was blocked, but I don't think they could get it if I'm blocked. So if anyone knows them, I would appreciate if they could just ask to unblock me because I will be non-dramatic, and I will give lots of likes and stuff whenever I go on social media, which is very rarely. I really don't go on that much. I just go on, Reddit sometimes to see if there's any, like, trial updates. Otherwise, guys, I'm gardening. It's very fulfilling so far. I see multiple of my plants are, like, getting ready to start fruiting, so I'm very, very excited for that. I'm gonna have the most amazing stir fry in all of, you know, the state other than actual farms. So so I'm, like, doing that, so sometimes I'm, like, listening to everyone's streams while I'm gardening. So, I will tell you what crops I'm growing right now, and then we'll get back to the Laura Owens crap, but I'm growing, Roma tomatoes, which I start seeing some flowers appearing. I'm growing cherry tomatoes, which I started seeing flowers a little while ago, so I should start seeing little tomato berries soon. And I'm growing, bell peppers, and I started seeing some of those popping up. And I'm growing zucchini, and they've been growing flowers for a while. So, hopefully, I think I saw some that are starting to develop with a thicker stem, which I read are the ones that are actually going to be the zucchinis. So I'm so excited to see those because so far it's only been I guess the male ones. The male ones are the skinny ones. I'm not sure. But the thick ones are the ones that produce the zucchini. So I'm really excited to start seeing those. And their leaves are huge. I was not expecting that. And I'm also growing broccoli. And I'm also growing onions. The broccoli they look nice and healthy and like they're really enjoying the sunlight, but they haven't produced anything yet. I don't know what they look like when they start to produce things, so we'll see. The onions I just recently planted, so hopefully they'll develop soon enough. And then I'm also growing some shishito peppers and red hot chili peppers because it's really hard. They don't sell those apparently in grocery stores near me. And I love to make a shakshuka. So I am growing my own. And I have I bought, full disclosure, I bought the shishito pepper plants already. A couple of them already had like some peppers growing on them, and one of them didn't. And that one is now starting to grow them. So that's exciting. But I did buy those four. So that's what I'm doing when I'm, when I'm not reading Reddit, I guess, or working. I do have a job. But yeah, I don't watch anymore. I had to stop for my own mental health. Oh, the video is hard. Like the Sarah Boone video, I'm sure it is. Someone who watched an insane amount of true crime. That one's the most disturbing one. Oh, really? Oh, I might have to look into this. Oh, you just don't watch the true crime videos anymore, I guess. Pulling weeds. Oh my gosh, these like ivy are trying to encroach on my plants and I do not appreciate it. So I am like murdering them immediately. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that word. Yeah. You're a plant serial killer? No. Well, my dad's girlfriend plants things, and last year she brought me a cutting from one of her tomato plants or a few of her tomato plants, I guess, in like July, and they started finally growing some tomatoes like all the way the end of summer, beginning of fall, and then I had to like take them like out. so, so I didn't really get many tomatoes, but this year obviously started way, way early. I started on time. I followed all the instructions online and by my dad's girlfriend. And I also planted a bunch of other things. So I also just bought these little like wildflower seed papers. And apparently you just plant, it looks like a little business card almost. And you just like plant it and then water it and then it grows wildflowers. That's crazy. And I'm really excited. I definitely want to plant those soon. So, Maybe it will attract some hummingbirds. Apparently, we have hummingbirds. I've never seen one. We do not have the right flowers for hummingbirds, so maybe these will be. Uh, we shall see. Welcome to the blocked club. Yeah, I don't get why I was blocked though. I don't think I did anything. If anything, like I tried to converse with them every once in a while nicely and be like, "Oh my God, that's crazy. I can't believe that happened." Like responding to their story or something. Like, um, I never said anything mean to them as far as I know. I never commented anything mean. I don't think I really had much interaction with them other than just like responding to their stories, basically giving them engagement. I don't know what I did. What did I do? At least tell me what I did. If you want to keep me blocked, just tell me why, please. I really like their stuff, so I'm like annoyed by it. I really am frustrated, but anyways, I just hope they will unblock me. That would be nice. All of us here might be blocked. Oh, well, I don't think Llama's blocked yet. Maybe she is. I don't know. Hi, Big Tiff Dog. Welcome. Yeah, I was talking a little bit about the bankruptcy stuff, but everything I know about bankruptcy court, I've heard from you. So I'm not, I'm not super, not even close to well versed. I'm like poorly versed in bankruptcy court, other than everything you've said. So like, I don't understand kind of what they did, because they obviously filed to dismiss their bankruptcy, and then I heard that they filed to undismiss it or something. I don't know. Like they maybe did get representation. I don't really know what happened, but there's some shenanigans there. Also, if they filed to dismiss, then do they still have to show up to the July 1st hearing that was ordered? I don't know. Um, if the dismissal is granted, do they have to show up? If the dismissal is not granted, they probably do have to show up. I don't really know how it works. Um, but yeah. Um, no thanks, okay. You're part of the good group. Come on. Um, yes, exactly, Llama. Big Tiff Dog is here now. It's a party. I did also download some like music to play in the background while I stream, but I couldn't. I need to play around with StreamYard while not live, or at least make maybe like a dummy private live that I just mess around with stuff. Because I want to have like background music and stuff, especially when I'm like reading Reddit stories and stuff like that. So I have things to do. I was just really excited that I was able to get my little my logo up there, my little H. So so also I did notice that my microphone is oops, backwards. So I'll have to like mirror it. I don't know if I can do that midstream, but I don't like when it's like backwards. It's weird. Anyway. um I assume it's backward for you guys too. I assume you have the same view as what I have. So anyways, I don't have to do anything to be blocked. I think that's what happened. I did nothing and I got blocked. I took 25 steps away from this whole thing for like 5 months or something, and I come back and I'm blocked. I'm like, what did I do? I wasn't even here. But I'm just really happy that the TwitX account has unblocked me. I appreciate their content too, so it's nice that I can see it again. I try to not really cause drama. I'm really not like a drama girly. If someone's going to bring drama to me, I'm going to incinerate you. I will eviscerate you. But if no drama is brought to me, look, what do I have to be dramatic about? I'm a pretty like bubbly person when I'm not angry at stuff. So some stuff makes me angry though. But in this case, I don't start drama. I'm not a drama starter. I'm a drama finisher, but I'm not a drama starter. So yeah. No Thanks has the most hilarious takes. Yeah, I love No Thanks, in all the comments and stuff. A lot of times I'm just, like, listening, so I don't always see the chat. Also, my form of ADD, when I see, like, a chat going really fast, I actually get, like, super anxious because I have, like, a processing delay too, so I'm like, I can't type that fast. How does everyone type that fast? But in any event, I do love seeing everyone in all the chats. It's awesome. Um, YouTube chat famous, yes. No Thanks is definitely YouTube chat famous. Um, there is no logic to the blocking. No. Oh. See, I didn't stop following them when they didn't support Rob. I don't understand anyone in this community that isn't supporting any of the victims personally. Again, I'm not gonna start drama about it, but I just think, like, she has she's never in the right with anything she does, like, period, other than jumping horses. She's always in the wrong with everything she does, especially legally. So I don't I understand why anyone would not support any of her victims. Like, you might not like some of the things that, Rob said. You might not like some of the things Greg said. They're still victims of her. And no victim is perfect. Frankly, as far as Rob goes, I will say that a lot of his takes, maybe I wouldn't have used the words he used, but I agreed with. And I actually really liked his humor, about this case, and it's, like, really upsetting that he can no longer share that with us as a community because there was a group of people that really appreciated his takes. And again, maybe not the exact language used, but the overall, opinions and, vibes, and now she ruined that. We have a lot less information about specifically the Arizona court system, which is what Rob was, like, really, really good at getting out there. So it's really frustrating to not have that anymore unless he is, like, on someone else's stream. So anyway, um, Llama, you were blocked because of association? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. They you quietly unfollow. I mean, how can you loudly unfollow someone? I'll do that. How can you loudly unfollow someone? Um, oh, yeah, yeah, Llama, I've been looking for your Instagram. Thank you. Like, you don't have Instagram, that's why I can't find you. Okay, that tracks. That tracks. Um, the Queen Jen objection to the dismissal, she didn't. Yeah, yeah, it was, what was it? It was a partial dismissal. Like, she objected to them dismissing it without prejudice. Um, she agreed that they should dismiss it, but that they should not. She thought they should not be able to file again for at least a year. I agree. I actually Tiff said something about it should be like 7 years before you can refile or something. Um, I don't know why they're making the term so short for these people. They're they're leaving doors open when they should be shut. I like when a door is shut. Okay. Follow the rules. Um, Becca, better to be blocked than not? Why? I wanna see their content. I don't wanna be blocked. Uh, oh, yes, Llama, I would love a StreamYard lesson. That would be excellent. Um, unless a dismissal is granted before the 30th, they have to show up. Oh, well, the 30th is just in a couple of days, so well, 3 days. I know how to do day math sometimes. Um, yeah, so that's coming. I really hope that the court takes their time to decide and decides to decide after the hearing. I think I think that regardless of them dismissing the Owens family is being looked at by the government, and I like that for them. I do. I want Laura to have to go to jail or prison for whatever sentence she gets, and then from there have to go right to federal prison and say hi to her parents while she's there because they should be there because they're egregious bankruptcy crap. Oh my God. Ugh. It reads properly. Okay, so I see it mirrored, but you guys see it as if it's real life. Okay. I need to figure this stuff out. Because eventually I'll probably have like one of those like, hey, click on that video there, but I want to be able to point in the right direction. So I need to know if it's mirrored or not. I'll have to go back and like watch a couple of minutes to see if it is or isn't, but it sounds like it's just backwards for me. Why is Streamyard so complex? Why are we doing this? Oh, they look at who you follow. So dramatic. Why? Why? Why does it matter? Come on, Justice for Clayton official. It doesn't matter. We are all fighting for the same cause. Justice for the victims of Laura Owens. JF Volo. Let's change the name anyway. JF Volo. We're all blocked. Okay. Just Jen confirmed. It is not backwards for you all. It's only backwards for me. Why does StreamYard do this? That is so weird. Okay. Anyway. Tiff, will it get dismissed in time? You cannot predict anything. Fair. You cannot predict anything at this point. Yeah. Oh, my whole chat is blocked. That's so nice. We are all in unison. Do we know who is running it? I'll send them a really nice message. Anyway, I might have found a way around it, so I may or may not have access via another route. So anyway, sounds like Llama does too, because she was able to send me that unless someone sent that to her. I don't know. Wait, Llama's not blocked because Llama doesn't have Instagram. I see. No, Jupiter. You are not personally giving me anxiety. It's chats that give me anxiety. Even at work, I mute my group chats and then I get in trouble by my boss when I like miss something that he like added everyone. Because for some reason, even though a group chat is muted, I don't receive the at everyone notification. Like I'm happy to receive the at everyone notification. I just don't need to see the mundane like second to second back and forth on everything. It gives me anxiety because I can't type that fast. Let's see. They have it out for Omar. Yeah. I heard a little bit of behind the scenes stuff that I won't repeat. But I just think that everyone in this community should support everyone in this community. Every single one of us has the same opinion of Laura and her family being guilty and doing this crap and being criminals. So we should just all support each other. There's no reason for this extra drama. Like, why are we doing this? Like, let's just all be nice and be supportive. I don't get it. I haven't met Omar, but he seems like a really decent human. And he has that gravelly voice. It's very nice. I love it. It's very calming. And I really like his legal takes. I really do. I love having his opinion on stuff. Obviously there's some stuff he can't say yet, but hopefully eventually he can. assuming it doesn't violate any like attorney-client privilege or whatever. But yeah, it does seem like he has a big heart. The bankruptcy judge was no nonsense, exactly. Announce and flounce. It's loudly. Okay, that is loudly. I didn't tell him I was unfollowing or comment. I just didn't announce my departure. Yeah, that is quiet. And they noticed. I don't get it. Like, why are they so busy looking at who everyone follows? As long as no one's following Laura or her family, I don't think it should matter. Prison followed by yes, Tiff, exactly. Prison followed by federal prison is the dream. And I think it might actually happen because there was some perjury in that chapter 7 bankruptcy trial. I was very excited about. I really wish I had the link. I really wanted to watch everyone. I wanted to watch like the video, and it's really frustrating. I don't understand why bankruptcy court doesn't release the video and they only release the audio, as opposed to every other court that releases the whole video, except California, depending on what the situation is. So I don't get it. I don't get it. More bots than real people. Ooh, maybe. It is an awful lot of followers. I don't think there are that many people following this case. I mean, maybe now with the podcast, there are a lot more, but I don't know. You never know where you're pointing. Maybe I should just not point. Maybe I should just have like an animation that like does a little arrow up to wherever the video thing will be eventually. No matter what the financial issues will harm the Owens until Aaron kicks the bucket. Aaron. And they get his $1 million life insurance policy. Ron? Yeah. Do we know what his life insurance policy is? Or is that sarcasm? You would not engage. Rob's words, not his take, offended me. Yeah, exactly. I gave to him his defense fund, but remember saying in chat that Lo was going to come after him for his words. Oh, fair. Yeah. Well, she did, and he had a very crappy lawyer. I'm surprised that his lawyer's last name is not also Duty because I feel like they probably come from the same pool of humans. Omar addressed in his live, so it's out there. It's no secret what rumor they started. Well, there's other stuff, but yeah. The drama's off-putting. People need more hobbies. Yeah, exactly. People are concentrating way too much on infighting. Like, there's no reason for we all have the same goal. Laura behind bars. Maybe her family also behind bars. Period. That is, we all have that in common. So we should just all be commonly kind. It's not that hard. It's actually easier to be nice than it is to be an ass. You just have someone sitting there watching who people follow and unfollow. Don't you have a job? What do you mean? Sounds like none of us are getting unblocked anyway, so I might as well just say my real opinion. Jeez. I'm like the rainbow and smiles lady from Mean Girls. She's I mean, that's how I feel most of the time. I'm like, dude, we all have something in common, just like everyone be nice to each other. But then at the same time, it's like, if you're going to be an ass about it, fire and brimstone is the way to go. I didn't care if the money I donated went to Omar or Mike or whatever they needed or wanted it to go. Yeah. So the thing is, she's been financially draining him for 10 years. Any money that he gets should go to whatever he wants because that is money he should have already had. Additionally, from draining the money that he should have had, she also stopped him from getting higher end job opportunities with her shenanigans. And he should have had a lot more money, like a lot more. So he's not just down I think he estimated around $300,000 from the legal shenanigans. He's down a lot more than that from the actual DVRO uh, aspect on his background check. So he is probably down millions when it comes down to it, because it's been 10 years, like 10 years. And if he was making like a decent amount of money when they were dating. So that's a lot. That's a lot. And he said that he had really good opportunities that would have paid a lot of money and he couldn't get them at the end. So he's probably out quite a lot more than whatever his legal fees were. So I think whatever money goes into that GoFundMe should be used for whatever that family wants. If they want to go to Disneyland, do it. If they want to, go whatever they want to do, they should be able to do that. She's been torturing him for long enough, and no one should be judging where that money is going. It's obviously they're going to try to pay the legal fees as best they can. I suspect, I don't know if he said, I don't remember. There's thousands, if not millions of hours of content from a ton of different creators. And I don't remember if he said or not. But I suspect that Omar kind of took the case semi pro bono. Like, if he's able to raise the money or if he gets attorney's fees, then that money would go to Omar and that is his fee. But I don't think he expected to see money from Mike or Laura. I think he went into it probably thinking that there wouldn't be. So that's my opinion. I'm not sure if he said that or not or whatever. So didn't care. Yeah. If people are donating and want to say where the money goes, please don't donate. Keep your money. Exactly. It's not your business. Once it's their money, it's their money. So if you want it to go specifically to a particular cause, send a Venmo to Omar directly. I don't know what to say. Like, send a Venmo to Omar, because that and literally say for Mike's legal fund. Like, it's not really that like complex. If you really, really want to be very specific about where your particular donation is going, just Venmo Omar. Literally. So Ron's policy, whatever it is not enough. I agree with the way that they spend. And I'm not one to, I have a big shopping problem. Unfortunately, while they have, Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous, even Gambling Anonymous, they do not have Shopaholics Anonymous or Consumerist Anonymous, Overconsumption Anonymous. I don't know, whatever you call it, but there are no groups for that, unfortunately. If anyone wants to start one, let me know. I need help. But yeah, most of us feel the same way, hence the fundraiser did so well. Yeah, exactly. I really want his fundraiser to like double Laura's, personally. I want his GoFundMe to double the Owens family's GoFundMe, at least, because they shouldn't even have a GoFundMe. But again, once that money is theirs, it's theirs. I do think in this case, because there's criminality involved, that they might have to do an accounting, especially because of the bankruptcy, like as to where that money did go, especially because they said specifically it was for medical purposes. So if that money went to Laura's legal fund, then is that considered fraudulent use of donations? I don't know. Mike is not under criminal charges, so it does not matter. And he's not filing bankruptcy, so it does not matter where that money goes. And again, he should have had that money in the first place. So Rand and John are the worst. Yes, I agree. They are the worst. I mean, also like some of the content from some other people, including like Rich Lieberman. Actually, I don't think Rich ever said this, but some other people that knew him and worked with him at KGO have said that he was not the nicest person. So just because you're old and ill now doesn't, just like with the David Gingras and his wife dying thing, it doesn't absolve you from the things that you did and the crappy way that you treated people. So, yeah, it does. It just stop. It doesn't matter. Like if he was a shitty person, he's still a shitty person. So it doesn't matter if he's sick or shaking or whatever, if he has like these deep brain stimulator modes in his head or whatever, it doesn't matter. If he was a crappy person, he's a crappy person. Being sick now does not change that at all. So that's my opinion. So try to be a good person while you are still, able to, is my take on it. Whatever it is won't last very long once Jan starts spending it. Exactly. And Jan will give half of it to Laura. We know that. The thing I want to know the most about all of this is, where is their money going? To Laura's private lawyers. That's where it's going. I don't know. This is an opinion. In my opinion, it's going to Laura's defense lawyers. Maybe even some of it was going to Gingras at some point. We all want to know. We all want to know. We want an accounting of where all of their money is going. And I think in order for them to actually be granted any form of bankruptcy, they have to show that, right? I think. So, yeah, $21,000 a month. If I got $21,000 a month, my shopping problem might be worse. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't make that much money. I don't know. I'd be out there buying a boat. I don't know. Spenders Anonymous. Oh, is that a real thing, Becca? Okay, if that's a real thing, sorry for showing you my open yap. If that's a real thing. Oh, I need to go. I need to go to Spenders Anonymous because I definitely have a problem. And a regular therapist, you tell them what you bought that week, and then they're like, yeah, don't do that. It's not very helpful. So, yeah, they went through over $800,000 in less than a year. She has no self-control. Yeah. $800,000. Where did it go? How do you know they went through over, is that like the extra mortgage they took out and then they're still claiming they have no money? Is that what that was? How do you know they went through 800,000 in a year? Yeah. Jupiter or Lisa. Yes. They pay for berries, otherwise they would have been kicked out, and maybe threaten them with legal action in order to let Laura work out. I don't know. Insurance. I don't know if do they have to pay for insurance? They're old. Isn't Medicare free? I don't know how that works. I used to be on Medicaid. I really miss being on Medicaid. It was so nice not having to pay a premium or deductible or copay or anything. I really miss that. They just like unceremoniously kicked me off, and I couldn't be declared disabled, which I am. I couldn't be declared disabled because I have a job that makes more than $20,000 a year, which is any job makes more than almost any job in New York specifically makes more than $20,000 a year. So they literally told me that if I were to come in missing all of my limbs, clearly disabled, and I had a job that was making more than $20,000 a year, I still would not be able to be declared disabled. Eventually, if I do get declared disabled, I can sign up for the Medicaid like buy-in, the chronic illness buy-in, I think it's called, where it doesn't matter if I end up getting a job in the future, I will still have my healthcare covered. I don't even want money. I don't want benefits. I don't want cash. All I want is to not pay for my healthcare because it's freaking expensive, because I have to go to specialists like all the time, and PT and OT and all the things. So I just, like, find it really frustrating that that's how the system is. It's, like, actually horrendous. I have thankfully, I was able to at least get a handicapped hang tag. Sometimes my legs don't work right. So at least there's that. I can almost always find a handicap spot somewhere. But it's just really, really, really frustrating, that I can't be declared disabled so that I can join the Medicaid buy-in situation. This country sucks sometimes. Nick Starro might think it's the best country in the world, and, if you don't have chronic illnesses, maybe it is. I do like the freedom of speech. I do. But, I also really, would appreciate free healthcare again. That was nice. That was nice. Um, you're done the research and the math. So it was 800,000. I just wanna know where it went. Where'd it go? Where did it go? The LLC queens are going to go wild with entrepreneuring. Oh, when they receive the life insurance payout. Oh god. Boss babes. They're boss babes. Wow. They claim their insurance expense is $250 a month. We don't know if that's accurate. It probably isn't. Nothing they say is accurate. Haven't we learned? Nothing they say is accurate or correct. No, not a chance. Not a chance. Medicare has a premium. That is stupid. Old people on a fixed income specifically, not all old, some old people, if they're still working, whatever, but most old people who are retired and living off of pensions and all that stuff, it's a fixed income. Now, people with such high pensions like Ron maybe should have to pay premium, but I think, like, it should be free for most people that are making way less than that. That's my opinion. Hot take? No, I think it's a cold take. I think I think everyone thinks that. Probably. I think everyone could get behind that take. But yeah, maybe Jen Black is buying crypto or precious gems, gambling, day trading, horses. I think a lot of it's going to the horses. I do. They listed nothing about the horses in any of their stuff except for old tack. Old tack. Didn't someone say one of her saddles is like $15,000 or something? I don't know. I really liked the Clayton Echard and Melissa Rivers episodes of her show, because she is part of the horse world. So she was able to give some of her she dropped a couple of tidbits. The Owens are not appreciated in the horse world, which I loved hearing about. That's great. I know nothing about horses. Apparently, though, they're really more into ponies, which I was under the impression my entire life up until this case that ponies are young horses. They are not. They are not. A foal is a young horse, which I knew that word. I just thought it was interchangeable with pony. Mind blown. Mind blown, I guess. Yeah, if they are buying crypto though, like that, if she thinks that they can't trace it, it's on the blockchain. That's fully traceable. So there's like one crypto, maybe a few more that are like untraceable. But good luck. Good luck. I think Jennifer Giaimo would find it anyway, to be honest, even if it's not traceable. Maybe they're buying art or something, like trying to hide their money in art. I don't know. Their place didn't seem so like gratuitously decorated or anything. I mean, it wasn't ugly. Just didn't seem like they had a lot of like art or whatever. It blows my mind Americans have to pay for healthcare. So sad. Yeah. Yes, that. But I think especially people who have chronic illnesses or who are on a really low fixed income, it shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be this hard, I should say. Like if I came in with no limbs, I should be able to be declared disabled even if I was making $1 million a year. So that's my That's my opinion. Do you think the mentions of the GoFundMe and the bankruptcy hearing caused Jan Black to withdraw? No, I do not. Oh, you think they were going to withdraw anyway? I agree, actually. I think they figured out in that hearing before the GoFundMe was mentioned that they were in trouble, and this was not going to go their direction. I think they figured that out. And when I say they, I mean Jen. I don't think Ron is even listening. I have no idea. He said nothing besides his name. So, and who could get a word in edgewise anyway with that crazy lady? Gilgo, beach murders, maybe. I don't know. DG got 50,000. I think he got more. Maybe he has like an escrow account for them or something. Like maybe he's helping them hide their money. I don't know. Because all he has to do is click a bankruptcy button, boop, and everything goes away. Ah, amazing. How's that working out? Hopefully, we will see some actual consequences for all these new lies. That's the goal. We paid into the system for our entire lives. It's not free money. It's a benefit we're entitled to. Exactly. But even if you're not there yet, if you have like very frequent healthcare concerns, I think anyone with a chronic illness should be treated the same. If we can't have universal healthcare, I think anyone with a chronic illness or a disability or on a fixed income and retired should all get free healthcare. So anyway, everyone please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Yes, thank you, Stir Crazy. Please do those things. Do all the things. I've been watching the big red flag guy, and he's like, gently hit the like button and the subscribe button. He's like, we are not savages on this channel. We do not smash things. I think gently hit it or smash it. It's up to you. Yeah, her interviews with Clayton were fire. Oh, Melissa Rivers, yes. I loved them. Oh, they were so good. She has some great questions. Yes, I hope they do more episodes with him. It's a great combo. I think they also have like really good talking chemistry. So I want to see more. Come on, Clayton. Let's do it. Is it Clayton or Slim Shady now? That's a question. There's help for low income recipients that pay the premiums, but yeah. Yeah. It should be free. That's the thing. If you have to go to the doctor all the time just to survive or to limit your pain or whatever, like for example, depending on your resolution or my resolution or whatever, I think I hit 1080p, but I'm not positive exactly. You might see a few red spots on my face. And you can't see all over my scalp. I was just at the neurologist the other day getting Botox for my migraines. Unlike Laura, I do not get it like for like visual purposes. I don't think it's helping her. I don't think it's helping. I don't think it's helping. You read an article about the high price for horse jumping. Yeah, I think Jan liked that Laura had like a rich person's like talent. I don't know. Some of the people that are into horses have said that she is pretty good at what she does with the jumping over brooms or whatever. I don't know. And some other people have said she is not good and she should have advanced way further into the field. I don't know, into her talent or whatever by now. So I don't know if she's good or bad, honestly. I mean, those videos of her falling off the horse were super funny. It's also interesting that she was able to copyright strike something that she didn't own. Mike's sister took those videos. So if Mike's sister didn't copyright strike, then I don't think it was Laura's right to. Just because you're the subject in it doesn't mean you get the copyright. I don't know. Wonder if they're buying gold and hiding. Yeah, exactly. Maybe they are doing that. I think they are hiding their money somewhere. Maybe they're systematically siphoning it off to Sarah and Christian. I think that's stupid. I mean, I think it was stupid to get her to co-sign on the loan in the first place. But I think it's really stupid because that might bring them into it more than they already have been brought into it if they're doing it that way. So where's the money? Jennifer, where's the money going? Please tell us. Please tell. Can we be friends? Also her like whole vibe and also her accent obviously indicates that she is from my neck of the woods, and I really love her whole energy. She did not give a crap if that dumbass was crying. Cuz yes, Laura, you're a dumbass. Now I'm talking to you. And now I'm not talking to you, talking about you. She is a dumbass. I think yeah, I really love that Jennifer was just like still charging forward. I don't care if you're crying. Answer my question. Stop the fake waterworks that produces no water. So stupid. Yeah, llama, exactly. Yeah, toddler horses. Yeah, that's what I thought. Also, what are baby giraffes called? Are they also foals? I saw one of those being birthed, and that was interesting. Tiff, it sounds a little low for their premium because they have a higher income, like their Medicare premium would be higher. Oh, is it based on income? I don't know anything about Medicare specifically. She doesn't understand that it doesn't have to be traceable. The fact that it came into their bank account and left those without a specific purpose is a problem for them. I love hearing about problems for them. It's my favorite thing, actually. Everyone that I tell about this case, they all think I'm crazy. I'm like, listen to Love Trapped and then come talk to me, please. Yeah, they put in the bankruptcy files. They pay $1,500 a month for life insurance. That seems like a lot of money for life insurance. Isn't that usually a much lower cost, or is it because Ron has so many illnesses and so many brushes with death that they charge more because he's more likely to kick it? How does that work? Only if they're hiding it in that hoarded garage. The house has nothing worth reselling. Yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't see any like art or anything. Maybe in that garage. I guess it depends how thoroughly they searched. If they searched the garage, then they would have found bars of gold or gemstones or whatever. They would have found stuff that made them look really suspicious other than the Hyundai, which apparently has car troubles. Weird. Yeah, don't believe anything the Owens say. Big tip dog. Yeah. I mean, how can you? How can you? Everything they say is a lie. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I know you're lying because your lips are moving. Tell me, do you think I'm dumb? Like that Meghan Trainor song was probably written about Laura Owens and the Owens family. The Owens verse, I think. Maybe not, but it applies perfectly. At least the chorus does. So she can't Botox her soul. Yes, that is correct. Except I don't think she can do anything to her soul because I don't think she has one. If she ever did, it was sold a long time ago, I think. Yeah. I don't know to who or for how much, but it's gone if it ever existed. Real babies and illnesses in this economy. My spine is flaming today. Oh, I'm sorry. No thanks. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you will see more of me. Now that I finally started doing it, I just need to learn how to do some things. I need a lesson in Streamyard because even just getting it started, I was ready to start. Like, I tried to start like 4 or 5 minutes early, actually, and it took me, I don't know what time that started exactly. It started. Okay, it took me like 10 minutes to actually get it started. I thought I was live and I was talking to myself, and it was not, as far as I know, it was not live. I had to do something on YouTube to make it go live on Streamyard. I don't even know. I just clicked a button. And then I was like, oh, now it says now playing. I think I'm live. Finally. Jesus. Oh, they make it so hard. Why they make it so hard? Oh my goodness. I need help. I need help for my spending, and I also need help for StreamYard, apparently. So anyway, yes, take care of your spine. I also have spine issues. So yeah, actually, since Laura has so many stories about Iceland, I'll tell you a true story about my trip back from Iceland. I always get a window seat because I like as few people touching me as possible. And sometimes I like to lean one way or the other, like onto the wall, if I want to. So I like the window seat. There were no window seats left on this trip. And that was the only time that worked for me for some reason. I don't remember exactly why. And so I booked an aisle seat, and you know how they have the 2-4-2? I was on the aisle of the 4. So the like overhead bins, I needed to get something from the overhead bin, and I was trying to latch it back up. And unfortunately, every time I got close to it latching, my spine just collapsed on itself. It probably looked really funny to like an observer, but I was like so embarrassed, and I couldn't get the thing closed. Eventually I had to ask someone for help. Something that I didn't anticipate in booking the aisle seat of the 4 in the middle is that the overheads are a little bit higher up. So if it was the overhead over the window seat, it would have been lower. So I would have been able to latch it more easily. So that's a real Iceland story, Laura, an Iceland plane story, if you will, that actually happened. Now, no one wrote me a napkin. The guy who ended up closing it for me did not write their defunct email address on a napkin for me. So I can't have anyone confirm it, but it is a real story. I promise. Anyway, the cold bars are in the storage unit. Yeah, I think there's stuff in the storage unit. I honestly do. I think there's a bunch of stuff in there. I think it's going to end up on what are those shows called? Like Storage Wars or something? Is that the Jeremy Hills does that? I don't know. Whatever it is, I think their storage unit is going to end up on that one day. I think the brother's going to stop paying for it because, well, I think he should. I know his sister is very litigious, but how long are you going to pay for stuff to be in storage and like never access it and keep being complained to and sued by your sister? I would just take the stuff out and sell it or something. Like, I feel like it's forfeited. She never collected it. It's been like 12 years or something, right? Or it's been since at least, was it like 2018 that the house sold? I don't know, whatever it was. Whenever the house sold, like it's been many years at this point. Like it should be forfeited back to the brother. Like it's so stupid. All of it's stupid. Also, they're San Francisco storage. They've got 2 storage units probably filled with stuff. Maybe they're hiding stuff in the San Francisco storage unit. Because I don't know if they have access to the New Mexico storage unit. Because maybe her brother has the key, unless he like mailed it to them and told them to pick it up. It's, their responsibility. I don't know. But yeah, I think I think they're hiding their money somewhere, and I don't know if it's with their other daughter, which would be like catastrophic for her family, or if it's with Jingris, or if it's maybe her brother is in on it and she just like sued to make it look like he's not. I have no idea. But the money has to be going somewhere. If it's not going directly into lawyers' pockets, it's got to be going somewhere. So I can't wait to see that accounting. Yes, Llama, exactly. That was story time with Hellville. The spine collapsing. I call it my spaghetti noodle spine. It's about as It's got about as much structural integrity as a noodle of cooked spaghetti. So at PT, we are trying to build up my core, but the problem is that I don't have one. So, oh, you want another story time? So I have no balance. Um, and I took a surfing lesson in Sydney when I was living there. And the super positive, like maybe even toxic positivity before that was a thing, instructor, like I told him I have no balance, and he's like, "You have balance, you can stand." And I'm like, "Yeah, I can stand, but I also trip while I'm standing still. What do you mean? Like I don't have balance. I'm telling you I don't have balance." He's like, "You have balance. I promise we're gonna find your like you have balance." By the end of this lesson, and by the way, it was a group lesson. There was a bunch of us. It wasn't just me. By the end of this lesson, he was like, "You're right. You have no balance. I do not have balance." Toxic positivity guy proved wrong. And that's how you prove things, Laura. That's how you prove things. Yeah, exactly. Jupiter, regarding the napkin note, I suspect that they had Sarah write it, and then they hired someone who came in for that. Was it the podcast episode or the TEDx talk or whatever? Also, I think as a community, we need to stop referring to things by their more fancy titles. We need to just call them what they are. So, for example, people say Laura's Medium articles. No, 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 no. Those are blog posts. Those are blog posts. Let's refer to it as such. The TED people refer to it as a TED talk. No, it is a TEDx talk. TEDx. Okay. In the Love Trapped latest episode, the latest one, I finally listened to it in the shower this morning. So the latest podcast, Stephanie did say that they finally answered. They will take down that TEDx talk when she is convicted. I don't know if that means convicted in court, like after a trial, or if a plea deal counts, but I think it should count. I think they should have taken it down right away, honestly. But here we are. So here we are. But yeah, I suspect that Sarah wrote that note, or maybe Jan wrote that note, or maybe Christian has a sister. Maybe she wrote that note. It's definitely a woman's handwriting, but I don't think there was anyone on that plane. I think she took a cocktail napkin from that plane, and then she had the idea to like write that down. And also, I want to see that note be like you can date the ink. How old is the ink on it? Let's do some forensics. I can't wait for this case. I can't wait for this trial. I really want it to not be while I'm at a conference, though. I want to go. So, yeah. Tiff, if you had to hide it, where would you put it? Okay, where's Tiff's response to that? Okay, we're waiting. We're waiting. I want to know too. Where would you hide it? Maybe they bought stock in napkins or something. Or Wow Airlines. Let's see. Will we ever find out? That is a question mark. I don't know. Will we find out? Hopefully, maybe part of the 3 terabytes includes information about the napkin, like admissions, or like Laura texting her sister, "Hey, can you come over here and like write on this napkin and write this?" Like they might also have, if they went to the like cell phone providers, in addition to whatever they found on the cloud, they might also have access to like phone calls and stuff. Because I think the providers, I don't know, if you say anything on the phone, it can be found, can it? I don't know. I think they probably have access to a bunch of stuff besides just the cloud. So who knows? You keep trying things, and that is everything. Yeah, I think if you give up trying things and even give up trying new things, like that's just depressing. Everyone should try things out of their comfort zone every once in a while. Like me with gardening. Uh, I've never grown anything in my whole life. So all of a sudden at this late age of 38, I'm like, "Hey, yeah, let's plant some shit. Let's have the best veggies ever." So like, yeah, always try new things, I think. And you know, even me with like my weird body, I have hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So it's a connective tissue disorder, which affects like every part of my body. Pick a joint. There's some tears and other stuff. I'm very flexible. I'm very, very bendy, hence hypermobile. And it wreaks havoc when things bend past where they're supposed to. Things start snapping or tearing or fraying, as is the case with my shoulders and wrists. So, um, you know, I'm still going to try stuff and do stuff. Like, I'm just kind of like, while I still can't, I'll deal with the fallout later. I still want to do things. So, while I still can, like, while I have enough health to try new things, why not? I will say gardening is rough on my back. It's rough on my back, but I want to do it anyway because I want really yummy veggies. I also really wanted to plant like an apple tree, which are really big. Like New York is a really great place for apple trees. We have tons and tons of orchards in the state, and also vineyards, actually. I was thinking about maybe buying some like Albarino grapes and like making myself an Albarino vine. Is it a vine or a tree? I don't know. When you're at a vineyard, it looks like little bushes. So I don't know what's considered. Oh my God, was the sound from earlier? My cat is in his little Surf Shack box house. That's where the sound earlier was coming from. Okay, mystery solved. Yeah, so yeah, I think trying new things is really important. Trying new things though should stop at when it comes to like hurting other people. So if you want to try new things legally against people that didn't do anything wrong to you, then don't do that. Don't do that. But otherwise, always try new things, I think. Um, always try new things. Um, but yeah, exactly, stir crazy. I think they paid someone to be the napkin lady. Also, she changed her name like 4 times in that one filing. Is she Kathy, Nancy, or Karen? Which is it, Laura? Which is it? God, I hate that woman. Anyway, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking about you. Um, people are desperate, they'll do anything for money. Yes. Yes, definitely. All of that. I liked Iceland because they have Flying Tiger Shop. So does the UK. I go to the UK at least annually. I have family over there, so me and Echoes have that in common. And I will be going again this summer. So very much looking forward to that. But yeah, they have a Flying Tiger Shop not far from the hotel that we always stay at. And I always kind of walk in there and I'm like, I don't need any of this. And for me, with serious shopaholism, to say I don't need this, yeah. It's basically like a dollar store. It's kind of rubbish. I don't know. So I think if you dig through it, you could probably find some good stuff in there, but I just don't have the patience. I think by the time I get to that shop, after going through all the charity shops along the way, I just like don't have I'm just like, no, I'd rather buy something that is nicer from like one of the charity shops, even if it's I like thrifting. I like thrifting things. So um yeah. Um I liked Iceland because the people are really nice. And guess what? Most of them speak English, especially the younger people. So that was a lie. Lie number 5,000,012. I don't know. Um, Shock of all shocks. Also, if you were outside in a tank top on December 31st in Iceland, you would have died of like frostbite and hypothermia after like 15 minutes. It's like really cold there. I was there for New Year's. I was there for New Year's. Same exact timing. Um, different year, but same timing. It was really, really cold. Really, it is an aptly named country. It is very cold and icy. Um, and she was out there in a snowstorm, no less. I learned when I was becoming scuba certified that you lose body heat like 25% faster in the water or something. So if it's like snowing, water is coming down at you, you're losing body heat even faster. It wouldn't be a full 25% because you're not immersed, but like icy pieces of water hitting you, come on. That is one of the dumbest parts of the story, in my opinion. Like scientifically makes no sense. Obviously, logic does not exist here, but like if you're going to embellish a story, at least get the science right. And someone would have come over and been like, you should go inside because no one wants to see someone turn into an icicle on the side of the street. Also, did she say she was in an alley? Who walks into an alley? Have you never seen SVU? Law and Order SVU? Have you never seen that? Come on. Never walk into an alley, even in a friendly country. God, stupid. So stupid. I have no respect for TEDx for letting it stay up. Yes, it does more damage than good. All they care about are the clicks. But the thing is, other than the JF Volo crew, I'm just going to start referring to it as that now. The JF Volo crew, like we are the only ones that have been clicking on it. Personally, I've never played it. I've played it from like archives that are not linked to it, so that way I don't give it clicks. And I think people should do it that way if they're going to do it. But I think most of the clicks generated probably fully stopped like at least a few years ago until this case made public attention, I think. I have suspicion. She no longer has the napkin. Well, she has two stories. She no longer has the napkin because Mike tore it up, but then she said later in the video, I think, that she has the napkin. I don't know. I do not know. Nothing she says is ever straightforward. Everything she says is a contradiction of something else she says. That's how she rolls. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, Mike didn't see it probably because it didn't exist until she was filing the restraining order. That's my opinion. So if that napkin exists anywhere, I want the ink dated. That's my opinion. They wouldn't be looking at the evidence for the napkins since it doesn't involve Clayton or Greg. Maybe not. Maybe not. But if eventually she catches criminal charges in California, which I would love because Omar pointed out so poignantly in his writing, which was just as under the radar snarky as Sir Woodnick, you know, there's clear and convincing evidence of perjury and whatnot. And since she's already up for criminal charges in Arizona, I would think that the California system would be more likely to possibly refer her for her egregious lies and skipping court dates and filing all this extra paperwork. It's so superfluous and all that craziness. I would think they would maybe look into it eventually. I would hope. I would love for her to have to go jail hopping, like do some jail in Arizona and then do some jail in California and then do some federal prison, or, you know, prison, jail. Either way, prison, jail, prison. I don't care. Either way. Either way. Put her behind bars, lock her up for the rest of her baby making years. That way she can never do this again to anyone. That is my opinion on that. She really is going to end someone eventually. She's going to catch someone with all the wrong mental issues, and either she's going to get ended by that person or they're going to end themselves. So she needs to be put away for the greater good of humanity, and also justice, obviously. I love justice when it is accurate, when it does what it's supposed to. That would be interesting. She had a photo of the napkin. It would be interesting. Yeah. Jupiter, that's a great point. I would like to know the metadata of that photo of the napkin. They might have that. They might have that. And I hope they bring it up. They probably won't in Arizona, but if the investigators in Arizona have it, maybe they would like send it over to Omar or something. As for, or over to Mike for the appeal process, or maybe Mike would look into it. I don't know. Like he could probably, maybe he could get Brad to look into it. I don't know. That would be pretty epic to get the metadata for that napkin, because that would also prove that she is, I mean, it would further prove that she's defaming him in that TEDx talk, because she said he tore it up. And if it was taken after the fact, then obviously he did not tear it up. So, yeah. Hobbies are cool. I like rocks. You like rocks, like the big space rocks, Jupiter? I like some rocks too. I haven't put them on in a minute, but I have all these like healing crystal bracelets and stuff. For different purposes and whatever, like that are supposed to help with things. I don't know if they work or not. It's a question mark. I really need one to help with sleep, because my favorite my favorite sleep supplement has been discontinued. They did this once before and then they came back with different packaging. But I contacted them and asked if they're coming back, and if so, can I please have several cases? And they said they're not coming back. So I'm a little upset about that. Oh, hello. Yes. I have a little furry visitor. Like that, baby. Oh my God, he's so cute. This is Bond, James Bond. He's a wonderful spy. Yes, and he's purring. He's very tired. He's woken up from his cat nap in his little beach shack cat house. He's like falling asleep. Oh my God, he's so funny. He's so funny. He looks like E.T. a little bit. Usually he's more dignified looking. But eventually my plan is, I did see there's an option for a second camera somewhere on either YouTube or Streamyard or whatever. I do have an additional webcam. So in the future, I might set up cat cam on the little cat tower that's like right here. And you can see his toys right here too. So eventually I will figure out that situation and whatnot. But yeah. Didn't it come out that there wasn't a snowstorm? Probably. I think it did come out in that article that she wrote in high school about breaking some crap in her foot. I think it came out that she said she slipped on ice. There was no ice in San Francisco that day. Like it was too warm to even produce ice. So, everything she says is a lie. I'm telling you, that Meghan Trainor song, man. I know you're lying because your lips are moving. That applies to the Owens family fully. So yeah. I've been to Iceland as well, and the Blue Lagoon was packed. Yes, it was. It was very packed. Actually, they make it's like such a system. Everyone knows that every single tourist going to Iceland is going to go to the Blue Lagoon, to the point where they made it easy to store your luggage. So you can actually go to the Blue Lagoon on the way to or from the airport, which is pretty cool. So if you are going to Iceland and you think you don't have enough time to squeeze it in, I recommend trying to find the time to squeeze it in. It is really nice. It's nice and hot in there. And you can get face masks. They have like different face masks you can choose from. You can even get several face masks that do different things and try them out. And it's just it's fun forming icicles on your head. It's kind of like going into a hot tub in the middle of the winter in New York when it's in a cold snap. So you just form icicles everywhere. It's great. It's great. You form icicles on your cheek, all of it. Yes, Llama, she is so dumb. She is so dumb. She said she was lucky she kept a picture of the napkin because Mike tore it up. Yes, but then I thought she also said she kept the napkin or something in something later on, or I am unsure. Oh dear. Can I have my headphones back, please? Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. There's a very cute cat next to me. Hi. Yes. Yeah, I think she said contradictory things about the state of the napkin. Shock of all shocks. And also if the metadata was after the fact, then obviously it was not torn up. So, yeah. She's so dumb. Flying tigers like Trader Joe's. It has stuff you don't know you need. So unusual. Maybe I didn't need it. I can justify buying a lot of things. Maybe I was just overwhelmed by the amount of things in Flying Tiger. In jail, she has more access to things, right? Like computers, etc. I would think prisons are better set up for that, but I don't know. I have no idea. I've been to a prison once. Actually, I don't remember if it was a prison or a jail, to be honest. I was in a criminal justice class in high school, and it was really interesting. And I almost had a heart attack because at the time I had my main hole, and then I had like a second hole. Now I have a lot more, obviously. But at the time I had like one of those like horseshoe piercings in my second hole. And it had like the ball screws on it, and they said you have to take out every single piece of metal or you can't enter. And I couldn't get the ball screws unscrewed. And so I was like freaking out that I wouldn't be able to go into the prison and like see what's up with my whole class. And they let me in anyway, thankfully. And they just said, keep your hair like over it. So I did. But it was an interesting group of people in there, to say the least. And everyone, man or woman, got very much catcalled. At the time, I think I was 17, I want to say 17. But yeah, so interesting people. Regardless of having access to technology, I just want her behind bars. However, I do think part of her sentence should be that she does not get computer time. She can only talk to people on the phone, or she can talk to people if they visit. That would be like ideal. She should not be allowed on the internet. And also, frankly, for her own mental health. She spends so much time on the internet, like looking for herself. She spends so much time looking for herself that like it's actually insane. Like it's better for her mental health to get off the internet. She shouldn't be on the internet. But anyway, you were just typing find the metadata. It would be epic if they looked into the metadata for Mike's case. Yes. I think based on some of the things that Omar said, like I really hope that judge does the same thing as Judge Mata did and like refers her for criminal prosecution. Because frankly, she deserves it. She's been torturing this man for a decade, and not to mention whatever she did to victim zero. Like, and I think there's victim 0.5 probably. Like, I think there's more victims that just haven't come forward for whatever reason, or maybe there wasn't like legal drama or something. I don't know, but I think there are other people that she did this to prior, in my opinion. Um, oh, Jupiter, you've been collecting minerals, crystals, and gemstones since you were 12. Oh my God, you probably have the most amazing collection. I have an amethyst like geode from a million years ago before they started jacking up the prices for crystals. That I got at some museum or another, I think. White howlet is great for sleep. Is that this one? If so, I have it. It's still not as good as my sleep aid, but I'll put it back on now. Oh goodness. Oh yeah. He has like you it's hard to show because his face was looking a little smushed from sleeping and everything, but he has like a near perfect tuxedo plumage. So I was like, I can't name you Binks. It has to be Bond, James Bond, obviously. Like, what a great spy. He learns everything from me though, spy wise. I'm better than he is at spying. Yes, Llama, there will eventually be cat cam, I think. So yes, my little baby. Yes, Jen, yes. I got him when he was still a tiny itsy bitsy little fuzzball. He looked so salt and peppery because his salt was like, because he was more concentrated, his salt was more concentrated. Hold on, I have a folder of Bond because he's too stinking cute for his own good, obviously. This is when I met him. I'll make the gallery on the bottom go away. This is my little baby. He's just the cutest little fuzzball. And he actually fit. I have extremely tiny hands. And he actually fit in one of my super teeny tiny little baby hands. Yeah, he was so tiny. He was like one of the runts. Him and his sister Dottie, who had the classic, has hopefully she's still around. They're very young. She has the classic tuxedo, like up the nose. The white goes up the nose. So oh, thanks, Llama. Yes, he's so cute. My little guy, he's so funny. I call him Goose sometimes because I just shorten things. I call him everything but Bond most of the time. My little baby Boo Boo. All the things. I don't know where I get them from, but then Goose. And then I was thinking Goose, like, because I always call him Silly Goose or Goober. And I was thinking like Goose in the Flurkin in Captain Marvel. Like, is he named Goose because he is a silly goose? That is a question that I have for Kevin Feige or whomever named Goose. So anyway, that's that's my thought on that. Avoid amethyst and any purple crystals while you sleep. I thought it's supposed to help with sleep, amethyst. Oh. Stones for the higher chakras can stimulate the brain too much. Well, my brain is always going a million miles a minute with or without stones. Yeah. I hate that they like combined ADD into ADHD. Sorry, I do not have hyperactivity. I do not. So ADD is what I have. Period. It will never go away. Just like it will always be STD and not STI. Okay, for me. Once I hear something like that, I especially an acronym. I hate acronyms. So once I know an acronym, I'm sticking with it. I don't care if they change it. That's just how I roll. Oh, yeah, the prison, it was definitely interesting if people would do less crime. If if they gave more prison tours, if people would do less crime. It's probably worse than you can imagine from watching TV and stuff. Yeah. You can't smell it from the TV, first of all. Second of all, you can't be physically like reached at or grabbed or whatever from the TV. So I would definitely say it's much more intense. I tried to like stay as far away from the actual bars as I could. But it was definitely interesting. Science about the crystals. Yes. Well, science. Yeah, my little guy. Yeah, his alias is Baby Boo Boo. Baby Boo Boo, Bondi Baby, so many things. Bondi Poo. Yeah, I've called him everything. Also, I travel for work, and when I travel for work, I always bring him with me, because when you're traveling for work, it's a little bit lonely, when you come home, and, like, I am an introvert, so, like, I don't like being around people all the time anyway, but cats aren't people, you know? I mean, they have people personalities and all that stuff. I think he's a person, I guess, but, you know, it's not the same kind of energy. I don't have to expend as much. He comes over and rubs his butt on me, and then I, like, scratch his butt. You know, they start their butt out low, and then you start scratching the top of it, and it raises little by little. He loves that. Um, so, yeah, it's nice to bring him along with me. Love that little guy. Um Yeah, so he spies. He loves exploring the hotel rooms. He doesn't love the journey. He's perfectly quiet on the flight, and then when we get to the hotel, he climbs over everything. Like I said with my overspending and all that crap, um, I have stuff on like every surface of my house, so he's not allowed on a lot of the surfaces because he'll knock things over because he really likes a clear desk or a clear tabletop. He'll look you right in the eye and whoop. Joke's on you, mom. But when we go to a hotel, I don't have any stuff on there, so he can go on every surface. He loves climbing on things. He's such a cutie. This has nothing to do whatsoever with with Laura Owens. I digressed. I digressed, as my ADD brain wants to do. So, in any event, that is what I have to say about the current state of events. Another thing I'm definitely going to do on this channel is I'm going to listen to each of the podcast episodes and just kind of like react to the different parts of it. I'm going to message Stephanie and ask if it's okay if I can do that. If I could play it. If I can't play it, then I'll listen to it and make notes and then like say whatever my opinions are on those. Because you know, as someone who's been like an OG follower, you love digressions. I feel like everyone on this case has got a little bit of ADD. And so we all digress and love digressions, I guess. But I really want, as like an OG follower of this case, I think almost all of us, if not actually all of us, appreciate the job that Stephanie did. I think she did a truly wonderful job. And there were some new things in there that we, as as followers of this case, we didn't know or hear before. So I definitely want to talk about some of that stuff. And obviously I will also talk about whatever crap goes on. And as I figure out StreamYard, I'll actually like present things. And all that stuff. And then, yes, Llama, she did great. I think this case is like trying to drink out of a fire hydrant, like much bigger than a fire hose, like a whole hydrant. I think this case has so much stuff. Even her lawyer can't get through all of it. So, So, I think it was a really great introduction. I actually got a coworker hooked on the case as well. So I'm hoping to get more coworkers hooked. Maybe we can make a group trip to the trial. Um, but yeah, so I want to talk about some of those episodes and like just my opinions on the different things that were in the episodes. And then I will talk about any of the new filings, and I'll talk about any of the new hearings, and I'll present things once I can figure out how to present things. I actually have, it's not a fancy roadcaster or anything, but I have a soundboard. I don't know how to work it. I realized as I was like trying to set it up like 20 or 30 minutes before streaming that I didn't know how to work it. I thought it would be self-explanatory, but I couldn't hear anything in my headphones. So I guess it is not self-explanatory. I will have to figure it out. But yeah, so once I can figure out how to do that stuff, I will also like react to some of the trials and stuff like that. So maybe by Monday. Probably not by Monday. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And like I said, I will also read some interesting Reddit stories and stuff like that. I love especially the like the wedding related ones. I don't know why. There's something about them that I just really like. I like the shenanigans. I like the bridezilla-y stuff. I love being like, you're an asshole and you're an asshole. So I will be doing a good amount of that stuff. I'll also be doing some legal advice stuff because I think a lot of people that do Reddit reactions, they are missing out on an entire subreddit of legal advice stuff that is insanely interesting. For example, I did not know that there are actual like arbor lawyers, as in trees. Like there are specifically tree lawyers because there is a lot of like tree law because trees can be incredibly valuable. And if you chop down someone else's tree, it can remove the value from their home basically, or it might not be able to be regrown because of how the neighborhood has grown or the quality of the soil or like groundwater or whatever. So like there's so much interesting tree lore, tree law and bankruptcy law, things that I never thought I would ever be interested in, but here I am. But not just that stuff. And I think the first Reddit story that I'm going to share it's going to be the one that I posted. Story time. I neither tick nor talk, so I will not be story timing on there, but I might share a couple of clips from my videos on TikTok, maybe. I don't know. I'm very apprehensive about doing anything on TikTok, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But in any event, yes, this time of day, the meds are indeed wearing off, but I, in true ADD fashion, forgot to take my meds. So they are not wearing off. They never wore in. They never wore on. Hence the massive digressions. But anyway, Elbow Feet just bought you a soundboard and you don't know what that means. Yeah. I just thought you plug things in. Also, I was having an issue with, I went to a particular convention, or conference, I should say. And I put USB locks in my USB ports so that no one could try to like hack me or whatever while I was there. It was many thousands of people. So call me paranoid, whatever. But I lost the key. And so my laptop, I couldn't plug my mic and my, I couldn't plug my things in, my peripherals to my laptop. And then like 2 hours prior, I found my handy dandy lock picking kit. And I found one of my lock picking things was able to pull those things out. So then I tried to use the soundboard and was like, I can't hear anything from the soundboard, so I'm assuming I don't know how to use it. So not going to use that. Back to the original plan. Just plug all the things in. So anyway, yes, I can pick locks. Yeah, tree lawyers are wild. Lots of TikToks about people whose neighbors cut down their trees. Yes, yes, people are insane. Now, if the tree is clearly uprooting and could fall on your house, I think that is a legal exception to the law, maybe depending on what like what state you're in. I'm not sure because I'm not a tree lawyer, but I find it interesting in these Reddit stories. And then a lot of times you will have lawyers chiming in who are from that state that can give like not official legal advice, but they can, say something that might apply, could be something you should look into, maybe, allegedly. Yes, Instagram Reels, basically anything that if I ever post on TikTok, I mostly just wanted to reserve the username. So it's on a separate device. So it doesn't, China doesn't have access to my stuff. But yes, anything that I post on TikTok will also be an Instagram Reel. So I'll probably just kind of clip out a few of my crazy reactions to some things and turn that into a reel from most of my videos and hype it up. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Hit it, smash it, or press it gently, either way. And also, if you're on replay or whatever, once this is uploaded and is replayable, don't forget to hype so more people can see my videos. Yes. A guy Bruce worked with was an HOA president and resigned because of too much tree drama. I am not surprised. There's a lot of HOA drama on Reddit as well that I'm sure I will be reacting to. Also, the crazy mother-in-law drama. Oh my gosh, I have great thumbnails coming out too. Yeah, and the Am I an Asshole? I used AI. I don't like AI, but I used AI to create a cat butt for the graphic for that one. So that'll be fun. You're welcome, Stir Crazy. Thank you guys for coming to my stream. I'm so happy that I saw up to like 13 people on my first stream. I feel like that's a lot of people. It's wonderful. Thank you so much for coming. And I will see you in the next one or on someone else's stream or whatever. So keep an eye out for your favorite Hellion. And welcome to Hellville. All right. Bye, guys.